Hello friends, I am Satpal Verma here from Government National College Sirsa, and we are going to discuss in this video lecture, that is our first video lecture on poetic devices, and under the poetic devices we shall discuss at least 10 poetic devices which are prescribed in your syllabus. So before we move forward, I would like to remind you that we have already discussed more than 6 poetic forms in our first 4 video lecture, and this is my video lecture number 5. So before we talk about various poetic devices, so let us talk about what do we mean by poetic device. Poetic device is also called figure of speech. That is, poetic devices are also known as figure of speech. Figure of speech is nothing but a remarkable way of saying something, as you can see on this slide also. It is nothing but a remarkable way of saying something, means it is a pictorial way of expressing an idea. That is, these poetic devices or figures of speech are used by poets to express their idea in a novel way, in a new way. And as for example, we can enumerate: Sir Philip Sidney was the flower of knighthood. In this sentence, the word flower has been used in poetic or figurative sense, not in literal sense. So, dear friends, it is a figurative way, it is a poetic way of saying something in a remarkable way, you can say. So I think you must have got the point. What do we mean by figures of speech? Now let's talk about types of figures of speech. And under poetic devices we have so many types of or so many poetic devices or figures of speech, as you can see on the slide also. We have rhythm and rhyme, alliteration, simile, metaphor, personification, allusion, hyperbole, irony, and imagery. So among these poetic devices, today we are going to talk about rhythm and rhyme. So let us move the slide. Rhythm and rhymes, which are available on the slide also. And first of all, we would like to talk about rhythm. So what is rhythm? Rhythm is actually a poetic device, there is no doubt. It is basic to poetry. It means it is very essential to poetry. Rhythm is an poetic device which demonstrates the long and short patterns through stressed and unstressed syllable in a line of verse. These lines are also written on the slide also. What is it? It demonstrates long and short patterns. Which patterns? Patterns of sound. Sound patterns through stressed and unstressed syllable in a line of verse. So we can say that rhythm helps in strengthening the meaning of words and idea expressed in the poem. So it is very important. It provides musicality to the poem also. So I think it has become clear to you that what is rhythm. And since we in the modern generation, everyone is fond of music, and music and rhythm are not separate from each other. Actually they are well connected. So let's move to the types of rhythm. But before we talk about the types of rhythm, you must have heard the word syllable. So what is syllable? Syllable is, dear friends, a unit of sound. It is nothing but a unit of sound. It contains more, that is, it is made up of one or more letters with a vowel sound at its core. It means vowel sound is essential as far as syllable is concerned. But it does not mean that every syllable contains a vowel, but it will include a vowel sound when pronounced. So it becomes clear that having a vowel is not compulsory, is not mandatory. So what matters is vowel sound. For example, the word rhythm itself has two syllables. It does not contain any vowels, but it is pronounced with two vowel sounds. Therefore, spelling is not a good indication of how many syllables a word has. I repeat, that spelling is not a good indicator or good indication of how many syllables a word has. It is the pronunciation that determines the number of syllables. So I think everything is clear as far as syllable is concerned, and now we are ready to talk about the types of rhythm. As far as types of rhythm are concerned, there are four types of rhythm, and these poetic devices are prescribed for your study just for identification. So rhythms, we are taking it superficially, and these are well connected, that is, types of rhythms are well connected with meter, and for meter I shall deliver a separate lecture. So for deep study, if you want to go into depth into the rhythm or the meter, then you must watch my separate video, which shall be uploaded very soon. So what are the types of rhythm? So the four types of rhythm are quantitative rhythm, accentual rhythm, syllabic rhythm, and accentual syllabic rhythm. So we shall take it one by one. Quantitative rhythm. This rhythm depends, or you can say in this rhythm, or it is right to say that here what is of most prominence is the length of the syllable. That is, this rhythm depends not on the number of stresses but on the length of time it takes to utter a syllable. That is, how long it takes while uttering a particular syllable. Keep in mind, herein what matters is not the stress but the length of a syllable. So I think that's what is called quantitative. And next we have accentual rhythm. In this rhythm, the occurrence of a stressed syllable is most important. There is spelling correction is required, most. Syllable is stressed syllable is most important. It means that the occurrence of a stressed syllable is taken into account. And next we have syllabic rhythm. The number of stressed or unstressed syllable is fixed in this type of syllabic rhythm. What matters is the number of syllables stressed or unstressed. Okay, I think everything is clear. So the number of stressed or unstressed syllable is fixed in a line of verse in syllabic rhythm. And the last one we have accentual syllabic rhythm. Accentual syllabic rhythm, herein the number of syllables and the number of accents are fixed in a line of verse. Means everything is fixed here. So that's all, dear friends, about rhythm, and it is just a superficial study. And as I told you earlier, that if you want to study the topic of rhythm deeply, then I'm soon going to upload a separate video on meter, since meter and rhythm are well connected. So let's talk about next poetic devices. And next poetic devices is rhyme. Dear friends, rhyme refers to the similarity of the last word sound in the end of a poem. I repeat, rhyme is a repetition of similar sounds in two or more words. Or you can say it in another way, rhyme is the repetition of similar sounding words occurring at the end of line in poems or songs. It is employed for the specific purpose of rendering a pleasing effect to a poem. It means it renders pleasing effect to the poem. It gives musicality to the poem, and it gives a typical symmetry to the poem, and this very symmetry differentiates the poetry from prose. So I think rhyme is very important, and examples are available on the slide also. Now we shall move towards types of rhyme. Famous types of rhymes are internal rhyme, imperfect rhyme, I rhyme, and end rhyme. Friends, there are so many types of rhyme, and there are different classifications by different critics or scholars. But we here are taking up only important types of rhyme. So let's take up end rhyme. End rhyme occurs at the end of the line of a poem, and it is the most frequent type of rhyme. It occurs at the end of a verse line. And as for example, the rose is red, the violet is blue, sugar is sweet, and so are you. You can follow me, and please keep in mind the pronunciation. The sweet is red, the violet is blue, sugar is sweet, so are you. You and blue. It is called end rhyme. And another example is also there. And here on this turning of the stay, between passion and doubt, I pause and stay, a double pray, stay, one for you and one for you, and so they cancel out, doubt, stay, pray. This is called end rhyme. I think examples are enough. So let's move to internal rhyme. Internal rhyme occurs within a verse line. Means it occurs within a poem. An example would be, I drove myself to the lake and drove into the water. Drove. It is clearly visible. Sister, my sister, oh fleet, sweet, swallow. Fleet and sweet, drove and drove. I think everything is clear. And another example is also available in the slide. In internal rhyme has been added in lines number 2 and 4. So I'm reading line number 2 and 4. That is in first it is also available. Standing brave in secret caves, we call to lost kids in the crowd, lure and shave these lonely slaves. The slaves and caves and braves and save, and then crowd and proud. So internal rhyme is available, and it's very interesting. So next is, it is connected. It is also called I rhyme. I rhymes are also known as sight rhymes, sight or I, or spelling rhymes. It is also called spelling rhyme. It refers to the words having same spelling but different sounds. I repeat, same spelling but different sounds. Example are love and prove, rough, bug, daughter, laughter. I think that's what is called eye rhyme. The rhyme is available for our eyesight only. As far as spellings are concerned, some of the words or the letters are the same, like OVE in love and prove, rough and bug, OUGH, that is the last syllable you can say, are the same. So next let's move to the last rhyme, and that is we have imperfect rhyme. It is also called partial, near, slant or para rhyme, and this is a rhyme between a stressed and an unstressed syllable. What is it? This is a rhyme between a stressed and unstressed syllable. That's what is called imperfect syllable. Imperfect rhyme, sorry. Examples are wing and caring, uptown, frown, painting, ring, reflect, subject. So friends, I think it is enough, and you must have got the idea what do you mean by various types of rhyme which have been discussed here under the topic poetic devices. And today we have discussed rhythm and rhyme in detail. So you can read out the poems prescribed for your study and identify these two poetic devices, rhythm and rhyme. And in case of any doubt, you can ask me. Feel free, and you can drop your comment or your clarification doubt in the comment box, and I shall clarify at the earliest. So keep watching, be optimistic in life. Thanks for watching. Okay, all the best.